Hi guys, I'm Mr. Rabbit, and this is my first serious video, and I decided to do a speed paint for you guys. I've posted on YouTube before, like gacha music videos. I know, cringe, whatever. It was what was popular at the time, and I like doing them. I'm actually an animator student, so doesn't fall from the tree. That whatever. Um, I don't know how to script much. I tried, but it wasn't any good. So we're trying this all new. I'm a bit nervous, but that's fine. This is my OC. His name is Arav Vermaluth. He is a half vampire in a little story of the Light Guardian, which I am creating always, and I don't think I'm ever going to finish this story because oh my god. He is a side character, so he's not that fleshed out because we won't see much of him, but he still has a pretty dark story. Let's just say he's one of the more problematic characters. I mean, it's complicated. I'm gonna talk more about him a bit later, but let's just set the ground rules of this world. People have, magical powers. There are demi-humans, demons, spirits, yada yada. It's not that important, but vampires are kind of like a weird species in that, as in, they are like elementals, so people who have powers, but they're also like not exactly people, because they're vampires. Oh my god. It's weird. I don't know. I've been working on this story for like 2 years now, and I have like more than 80 characters, and they're only gonna be more. So that's that, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to keep moving forward until I finish it eventually and somehow publish it in some media. I don't know. I've done like comic snippets. I'm currently working on an animatic with another character. It's just a lot. Anyway, more about Arav. So yeah, he's a half-elf, half-vampire. His father, I believe, is the late Vampire King. Yeah, he died. And his mother is the late Elf Queen, who also died. And he is a bastard child out of wedlock. So, yikes. He doesn't know that though. He doesn't know where he comes from. He was very little when his parents died. So he doesn't even know that he's a half-breed. He knows that there's something wrong with him, but it doesn't quite fit. Nothing makes sense really. So he struggles a lot with self-worth and identity, and he usually locks himself away in his room. He lives in the Elven Kingdom. He's really arrogant and overall not very likable. But, it's just insecurities, which you can't fix him. You can't. He has a sister, a half-sister, named Achuta, and spoilers, though I guess it's not really that big of a problem since we'll never get to see the full story, I think. His other half-siblings are called Felix and Felicity, who are vampires and are descendants of the kings and queens. So it's a complicated family tree, really, but I think you can follow. But yeah, all of that happened like maybe like 50 years ago. And then in our current timeline with our main character, he gets out of his shell a little because of force, that's typical, he has to. And, he ends up eavesdropping and figuring out the truth about his family and what had happened to his family and who killed his family. And yeah, it's just shitty altogether. And then he ends up like taking revenge of sorts. He's very vengeful. It's not nice. It's messy. If you want to hear more about it, I can, because it's interesting and I've put some thought into it. Like I said, it's just a side story, like a really side plot. So I didn't want to get into too many details or too complicated of like happenings. So it's just happening and as it is. Oh yeah, now we're rendering. Oh heck yeah. I found this really cool brush that is actually for like frosted glass, but I thought that it worked well for skin as well, you know, like pores and all that. And I really didn't know what to do with the shadows, so I end up using like, I think multiple, but I don't know. I genuinely, I do not know how to render. I just kind of like slap the colors on there and it works. I mean, it looks fine. It's not bad. It's good enough. Um, our main character's name is Lucy, and she's traveling a lot because she wants to prevent a war. Yeah. A war between humans and demons, actually. It would be the second war that's happening like that. The first war happened like really, really long ago. Like, I think compared to our main timeline, it happened around 150 years ago. I am currently working on like a legit timeline so that I can, you know, place the events and characters' ages and their knowledge according to that in like a more clear and sensible way. I'm working on it slowly but surely, even though it's been quite a while. But it's fine. World building is very important to me. I want things to make sense. So that's why it's taking such a long time, I think. Plus, I'm not a writer, so, you know. But yeah, as I mentioned, I'm an animator. So I, you know, make characters move. So maybe if you want to see the animations I've made in class, maybe I could post those as well. Probably, I don't know, maybe a voiceover explaining what it is or why I did it that way. Maybe even rant a little bit because I have my frustrations with school, as do probably everyone does. It's quite comical, really. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. And I can, you know, I can do that for sure. I don't have a lot of time because of school, but you know, I'll think of something. Eventually, I'll have a free window where I can draw for myself and, you know, record a video because at first I didn't realize how much like effort and time it would take to get a speed thing going and, you know, set this all up so I can talk. But eventually I figured it out and I'm tired as heck. But I'm also like very excited to do this. Oh, textures, there we go. I'm using Krita. It's a free program that I really like, actually. You can animate in it, but it's like, it's not, this program isn't meant to be an animator program. So it's not that comfortable for me, although I have created like small GIFs in it. So it's definitely worth a try. I know some of my friends use Krita as their main animating program, so it's definitely not bad. Also, I figured out that by doing these, I can also lay ground for what I'm doing. Oh yeah, the second layer of shadows because it's too flat. The body's not that flat. Aside from animation, I also have like regular art classes, so I wouldn't say I know anatomy. I just know that if something looks wrong, it looks wrong, but I can't necessarily correct it, which is so frustrating, and I don't know how it works. Like, I already know it's wrong. Why can't my hands just do it right? I don't know. It's so weird. And I don't know. My teachers say I'm this decent, so I can't complain that much. But I still struggle. Like, of course, everyone does, I think. And as much as art really like consumes my thoughts, you know, I wouldn't necessarily call myself an artist just yet. Like, I'm not confident enough to say that I'm an artist, even though like technically I am, because I draw, I study it and whatnot. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I have an Instagram. I'll link it below, where I post most of my art as well, and DeviantArt. But that's just the same thing, so it's whatever. I used to have TikTok. I don't post there much. I don't know. I don't use it much, so that's why. But yeah, I want YouTube to be my platform for a little while until I get bored of it, I guess. Or, well, yeah, as long as it's entertaining for the people watching and for myself too, then I'll try to keep posting. We're finishing up this drawing. I'm just messing around with different textures and whatnot because backgrounds are a nightmare. I do not know how to do backgrounds at all. And I'm sure others can relate to that as well, so I'm not feeling that bad about it. Fixing up the outline because the program messed it up. So yeah, I'm just, trying my darn hardest to make something normal looking for the background. Thank you for watching, and let me know if this is interesting, and goodbye.